Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. I like the name. Sounded awesome. You know, I saw the trailer, and of course, we all know trailers are one of the most deceitful things in marketing when it comes to films. A trailer can be amazing and get you so hyped up for a film, and then when you go see it, it's just bland and nothingness. And that's what Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tales was for me. It was incredibly boring. It was lacking any sort of creativity, any sort of imagination. And honestly, the first Pirates movie is still one of the best, and I think it's the best in the franchise. This film, I was looking forward to, and I was excited to see Javier, I think it's Javier Bardem. Is that how you say his name? I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he's the main villain. The film is so goddamn cliche, and I'm not someone who usually tries to predict plots, but I predicted scenes before there's like 5 different scenes in this film that I predicted before they happened. And that's not to say that cliches in films necessarily make the movie bad, but it's so watered down for, I feel like, a stupid audience who watch this. The people who go to see this movie and who enjoy this movie on just a normal, casual basis are easily entertained by really boring shit. Sorry if I'm labeling you into that box, and you're now going to be mad at me because I'm labeling you in that box of just a casual moviegoer, and that's you, that's fine. But this movie was... the only thing about this film that I liked was there's some really good cinematography. There's some really cool shots with the camera in this film, and I really like that. But other than that, it's the characters have no development whatsoever. They introduce 2 new characters that you don't fucking give a shit about at all. The dialogue is atrocious. I think I laughed. I maybe just kind of like, once in the whole fucking 2-hour and 9-minute film. The comedy that they attempt to throw in the script, it's the script writers. That's what it boils down to. Was just dumbed down for, I feel like, an audience of like 12-year-olds. Like, it was just not funny. Another problem that I have with films like this is that I don't like it when they put dialogue scenes in action sequences, okay? I mean, in some films it works, but in films like Pirates of the Caribbean, I felt like the audio was really unbalanced in terms I couldn't hear what some of the people were saying when they were like talking to one another when action sequences were happening. Maybe I just have bad ears. I don't think that is the case, but I don't like that when I can't hear what's actually being said. Maybe I would have laughed more, I don't know, but considering that this script was so horrible, there's no character development in any of the 3 new characters that were really developed. There's a lot of things that are not explained in this film, which I don't like, especially with the main villain. I just had a lot of questions, and I'm not going to ask those questions here because I don't want to spoil it if you really care about it that much. But it's so predictable, cliche, and it's the same tropes we've seen before. The whole plot point, the main plot point, the whole thrust of this fucking thing is to find the main treasure, which can unlift a curse. And a guy's seeking revenge. That's it. Nothing. We've seen this happen so many times in films. There's nothing new within the story. I felt like if this film had more self-awareness of what it was attempting to do and how it went about doing it, it could have been a lot better. This film was horrible. It was horrible. I mean, it had a few fun aspects. That's it. A few fun aspects don't make the movie good. It's not good. I mean, it is better than the 3rd Pirates movie. The 3rd Pirates movie was one of the worst in the franchise, in my opinion. There are just some particular scenes in this film. I can do over the top, but there's over the top, where it's so over the top, I just can't take it seriously. And one of the biggest problems I hate about films like this is they try to force emotion out of the audience to make you feel something for characters when you don't feel anything because the characters are so underdeveloped and you don't give a shit about the characters, and then they try to have some dramatic sequence at the end of the movie where it's like, oh my god, this is so emotional. This is supposed to make me feel so happy and or sad about this character, when the reality is, I don't give a shit. I don't. Sorry. The ending was not satisfying at all. And yeah, that's my review without going into too much more detail. Script is horrible. CGI is not bad, but a lot of it, that doesn't make a movie bad, having lots of CGI, but it's just, I don't know. Very little practical effects. I felt like the whole movie was behind a green screen, honestly. Just predictable. The villain, I was excited for the villain. That's what I was most excited for. They chose an amazing actor who I don't think he should even been in this movie now after seeing his, because the character was just stupid. You know, the first 5-10 minutes you see him on screen is like the character moved so smoothly, and he was such a cool looking character. He could have been a badass, but in the end it just turns out to be a horrible villain with nothing of substance to him, and that was very disappointing for me. So that's my review of Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, and I will see you guys tomorrow.